Today is easy and simple. I'm going to log into the test server. Pretty much give a small summary for it. See if we can find any more bugs or mixes or anything like that. Maybe go through a few things, give my opinion on a few other things. Well, I was supposed to have something special in the mail today, but I guess it didn't show up still. So let's open up Discord here. Send a message to a few people here and there. Let's go ahead and move this over. That should open up here in a minute. Looks like it's going to take it a second though. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so supposedly they sent 2 of it now, and it still hasn't showed up. That way I could highlight it, see what I could do with it on the stream here. Looks like somebody's opening some books, so I'm going to go over and see if I can't help. Oh, Lone has got a few SS's. Maybe there's a spot that he needs somebody to help him out with. Oh, look at that. Yep, there is. So, well, a little late for that one. But I'm going to start this, open it on the side, kick a macro off. There we go. That should help Lone get a higher percentage chance. And I bet you Lost-Me's giving them the wrong address or something, but I still haven't got one on this account. Looks like we got Gru, the Wanderer, helping Lone out also. Telling you, opening these books, it is all, you know, the help of others. You think you can just open them and get it by yourself. It doesn't help. You know, if you see somebody opening books and there's a spot open in that circle, you should stop them, help them out, because later on when you need the help, they're going to be the ones that stop and help you instead of just running past and going and doing their own thing. And even if you're doing something, it's always good to stop and help somebody else get their stuff open. Okay, looks like Lone might be done, but he's kicking out a little bit. I was going to open a few myself here. Looks like Lone hasn't seen that I opened it there for him to try and pay him back a little. There we go. Okay, so let's see if we can get anything out of these couple books I got here. Gru helps about everybody open their books, I'll tell you that now. You ask to get a book open, Gru's right there to help you. Now, you don't have as high a chance to get SS's with just 2 people. 4 is definitely recommended. But at this point, since there's so few people on the test server, I'll go ahead and open a few here. See what I can get. I mean, Lone opened a few for us, and we got some gold books out of it. Doesn't look like I'm getting too much with just 2 helpers. But then again, I don't get too much anyways for some reason. I've opened literally hundreds of books, and I hardly ever get anything other than what I've already gotten. If I actually got Arthur or the new guy through opening books, I'd probably pass out. Or throw a party, one of the two. As I'm being kind of pretty much open about, my feelings on most things about these updates, because I have put quite a bit of time and energy into building my characters, and I am still not where I think I should be. Opening all these epics and getting nothing, none of the 5-star super rares is very annoying. I mean, literally hundreds and hundreds of epics I have opened since I started playing over, a year ago. And I still haven't gotten a single ultra rare 5-star out of opening epics. It's crazy. These books cost a lot of money, and to get nothing all that time is just stupid. That is way too low of a drop chance. Well, that's all I got for that. I don't know if Gru's got any to open or not, but I'll stand here for a second and see if he does. Doesn't look like he does. So let's see. Every one of the ones I've got is from farming, quite literally. And if anybody says he's a good 5-star, no. He's just a rare. He's not an ultra rare. So as you can see, I've got quite a few of the 4s. Most of those you can farm up, but these other ones, no. The ones that you can't farm up, that only show up in the market, and they only change them once a month, and there's not always an ultra rare in there. So when there's not an ultra rare in the market, that doesn't help you build up their stats. It doesn't help you change, build their skills. It doesn't help you with leveling them now. With the update, you got to get stars, to get them past 200. Well, you got to get copies of them to get stars. You got to get copies of them to take their skills up. And if you're not getting them from opening epics, then what the heck's the use of using them, because you can't never max them out. And with them balancing the characters, you might as well just use some of the 4-star epics, or some of the 4-star SS's, excuse me, because you're not going to. And these little pieces down here, you're not going to be able to get them from pieces either. You don't get pieces anymore. These down here, the SS here and here and here and here, like Bloody Overlord, you can't farm him anymore. He's not in there anywhere. Her, you can only get pieces of her from the different events, and they haven't dropped an event for her in forever. So getting these to add up to 90 is pretty much a foregone conclusion that it's a waste of time now. Get them before the update drops, because you ain't gonna get them once it drops. And she's never been good, even though she's got a couple of good abilities. The rest of her tech tree is trash. Her tech tree is pretty much trash. His is good sometimes, but if you go in a dungeon, useless, because you can't ever do sleep on the bosses, and he doesn't hit hard enough to make it good enough. Got his Zoe's supposed to be hitting like a wet noodle yet. Mine's not up past 4, so it doesn't matter. This chick, halfway, half good, half not. There's much better out there. She only single targets. She AoEs, so she's actually better than her, except for unless you're going against, I mean, if she's a weak affinity, you might as well use something else. Same with Sea Conqueror. If she's weak affinity, she's pretty much useless, and she's only single target. A lot of this stuff is needs rebalanced. Ever since Bloody Overlord got his ability that made it so that he takes an extra turn right after doing his buff, Ankh has been made useless, because when she does her buff, there's no extra turn. So Bloody Overlord is much better for that position. Where Ankh is the only way to get her currently that I know of is through the big spenders. I've never seen her drop from an epic book. Not once has she dropped from an epic book. So her skills are only from getting these pieces, from spending $100 each, and then at each $100 you get one of her. So my skills of her are up because I put all my books into it. I put all the other books into it. I'm going to help Lone out here again. And that's frustrating, because when they did the rework on Bloody Overlord, they pretty much screwed over my entire team. All 4 people. I had to start over with an entire new team, except for one, and that was Puppeteer. And Puppeteer, literally the only way to take her up is by getting skill champions, which now you can't even use them with this update. Before, it was only through the special events. Well, guess what? The special events don't happen anymore. So my Puppeteer's been stuck at one level this whole time. Everybody else taking theirs up, spending money to get the skill phantoms. Well, now with this coming out, I got 1 out of 130 epics. 1 Puppeteer. Which means taking Puppeteer up, getting her skill phantoms, or getting her skills up, and all that is going to be impossible. Unless they come up with another way for us to get these people. Because even getting them through the market, sorry, Lone, but getting them through the market, gifts, nope, that wasn't it, phantoms. Do you see, this, and it only changes once a month. You get the whole same ones in there. It's so hard to get these crystals. These are not even anywhere close. They're all 4 stars. So hard to get those crystals. They said that this update was going to make it easier to get phantoms. But if the phantoms are only the ones that we never use, then what's the point? There is no point. And if they don't fix it, I'm sorry, I'm not going to waste my time getting characters that can't compete in PvP. They can't compete in the dungeons. They can't compete in doing the tower. Then they're useless to have. You know, it's useless to play a game that you can only get certain ones by spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Why? Because I don't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars to just blow on a game. What I have is a love for a game that has great possibilities, but they're letting, you know, their desire to get hundreds and thousands of dollars stop them from seeing that what they're doing is skewering themselves. They're leaving everybody else to the wind, who's not a whale, let's just put it that way. Everybody who's not a whale is getting left out. So in the long run, they're going to end up just cutting their own throats, to say it bluntly, because it's sure whales spend a lot of money on this game, but they're not where the mega money is going to come from. The mega money is going to be the guy who spends $50 a week or $20 a week because he loves to play the game. Whales will spend $500, max their characters out, and then stop playing. But somebody who's dedicated to it, who's going to play it every week, is going to be where you're going to make your real money. Now, you may ask, where do I get off saying this kind of stuff? I was a salesman for 30 years. I've sold everything you could think of, probably. Windows, Kirby's. I've sold little things, big things. I traveled around, had my own concession stand. I made more off my concession stand than I did anything else. Why? Because I was selling little stuff that was affordable to everybody instead of stuff that was affordable to only the people who could afford to get it. Yeah, I'm kind of mad about it. It's a good game. I stuck with it for all this time, through all the good times, through all the bad times for it. And to find this update to where it's mainly catering to the people who are whales really angers me. Because I don't have money to buy thousands of epic books just to get one character. Or just to boost all of my really good tunes. So I think they need to revamp the drop rate, make it a lot more accessible to people who buy $12 or 12 books, 12 epics, instead of people who buy 300 epics just to get one character. And just to be able to level that character afterwards. Because with the drop rate the way it's going, if I got to drop 130 books just to get one puppet and just to get one LOS, I'm not going to do it. I'll tell you right now, I am not going to spend that kind of money just to get halfway good characters. I want the good characters. I don't want to have to spend or open 300 golds and all them epics just to be able to get one diamond to open, or to go to the market and buy one LOS or one Bloody Overlord. And it's not just opening 300, by the way. It's opening 300 to get one diamond and using then 4 diamonds to get the character. So if you multiply that, do the math, 300 characters to get one diamond, or 300 books to get one diamond. times 4. That's 1,200 books you got to open to be able to buy one 5-star good bloody overlord in the test server. And it's 5 usually. 5 diamonds to get one bloody overlord is what it was in the old way. And that's 1,500 gold books. 1,500 added up to get one diamond. So, I don't mind opening the golds as I go, but I'm not spending the money just to play the game. Spending the money helps you, should be, to play a game you shouldn't have to spend money, especially if you've already spent a whole buttload of money. Is it free? No, it's more expensive. In the old days, see, I'm 51 years old, so in the old days, you spent $60 on a game, you own that game, you got to play that game and use everything in that game to make yourself better without having to spend thousands of dollars just to play a game that's supposed to be free. So, do I like it? No, not anymore. Until they fix it, until they make it so that I can play this game without having to spend thousands of dollars. This is pure wallet spending, and I'm losing my desire to play the game because I can go play Destiny 2, which I spent $30 on to get, and I can get hours of enjoyment out of it without having to spend another single dollar just to play the game and play it right. I can go play many other games that I could name off. And this isn't the only game doing it. There's a lot of games doing it nowadays. Raid Shadow Legends just did a whole big release of all this stuff that only caters to the whales. Because they, just like this one, you got to open tons of crystals or tons of books, however you want to put it, for the different games, just to get the super good characters so that you can progress in the faction wars or so that you can progress in the towers. Because I guarantee you get up to Tower 300, you're going to need specific characters to get through that thing. I still ain't even through the regular 300 because I don't have the money to spend on the undead. I think I'm at 290 of the 300 original tower because I don't have the characters or the runes or the armor to do it. I don't have the money to constantly buy energy packs to be able to get the gold, to be able to level the runes, to be able to farm the runes. And that's because these runes are crazy expensive to level. You're talking 9 million gold to take one rune to 15. And then it's not even guaranteed that it's going to be a good rune. It's not even guaranteed. So you spend $30 to get diamonds. You farm, you spend that $30 to farm enough gold and enough rune pieces to get one rune, and guess what? That one rune turns out to be crap. Well, now you got to spend another $30 to get more energy to level one rune, and if that one turns out to be crap again, there's another $30 you got to spend. Then another, then another, then another, then another. And these guys who are whales, they have the ability to buy all these diamonds to be able to do it. Somebody like me watches somebody who is a whale start playing 6 months after I did, or 4 months after I did, and that whale passes me up in all my work and all my stuff that I've done because I'm just a normal player. I'm not a whale. I'm more like a guppy or a bass compared to a whale. and I watch them just pass me up and take the lead, and then they get all the good stuff. They get all the good rewards. I like Gru. He is an awesome guy. He helps everybody, but I'm going to use him as an example here because Gru started playing on server 4 months after I did, and then over the summer he was able to pass me by, and he still passed me by. Now he's just an example. On server 1 there are so many people who's been passed up by all the whales and all the other people who had the money to spend. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of trying to keep up with people when there's no way I can keep up with them who have a bigger wallet, and there's no balance in the game. That's what I'm saying. There's no balance in the game to somebody who plays every day when they can sit there and watch 6 people just pass them up. And I guarantee all these 8 or 9 people are going to come back. They're going to spend all this money. They're going to pass up all the people that's been playing constantly for the last year. And then they're going to end up getting all the good runes in PvP. They're going to end up getting all the good drops of all the good gear. Why? Because they have the money and the time to spend on all this stuff that the regular player just, who just plays every day doesn't get. If they balance the game out, I will be the first one on a server sitting here on a stream telling people, play this game. It's good. It's got a good balance. Sure, you can spend money to get good stuff on the game, but that money spent isn't going to let you just bypass every other single player. One of the best games I've ever found that's got a good money spender balance is World of Tanks. Because yes, you can buy a premium tank and you can do well with it, but that premium tank isn't going to let you just own everybody else in the game. And I love this game, don't get me wrong. It's fun to play. It's the only reason I keep playing it. But I am so frustrated with the fact that there is no balance. Those who spend thousands of dollars can pass up the people who play it every single day. The people who's been playing it over a year within just a couple of months or less. Because they have the resources to buy all the stuff to do it. They have the fat wallet that allows them to spend hundreds of dollars a week to get all the stuff that lets you bypass everybody else. Well, I really hope that Lone's getting some good stuff out of this. Looks like Taco Gaming's opening somewhere. He just got him a Master Merlin. Now the Master Merlins you can get from farming, Phantom Abode, and you can get quite a few of them. Now that's pretty much what I had to say on my hate session, because I could sit here and say the same thing over and over because it really irks me to watch people just pass up people who's been playing this thing for a year just because they spend more money than the next person. That's what all the other stuff boils down to. I can sit here and say, oh, well, the dungeons, oh, well, this, oh, well, that. But all it boils down to is he who has the most money progresses the fastest in this game, and there's no balance to stop it. Pretty much all the other complaints and suggestions that I have for the other streams that I've done is what I had to say about the rest of it. But the runes are terrible. Farming good runes takes lots of gold farming. It takes lots of time. I've got probably 25 runes that are level 15 sitting in my vault right now that are useless, that I spent months building just to get trash. Armor, the character armors. I can show you, which looks like he stopped, so I will show you. This armor here. I mean, I got rid of all my old stuff. But look at this. Terrible abilities on them. None of the old cooldown for enhancements is on any of the new abilities. And the cooldown for enhancements, I guess, taking them off the armors is good in a way, because now everybody's at the base enhancement level. And you might be able to use other characters to slow their progression of their enhancements down now with this new setup. So that's one bonus. PvP might be a little bit more balanced. But if you've got all the speed kickers on your on your armors and speed kickers on the runes, they're still going to be able to pass you up because you don't have the runes they have. And now the armors are going to be even more of a pain to take up. You're going to spend so much time in dungeons farming bad armor just to break it down so you can work up your good armor. That there goes the energy thing again. A normal player is not going to be able to keep up with somebody who can afford to buy the energy bottles, because one, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get through a dungeon, and two, it costs 20 to 30 energy, and you get one energy every 5 minutes. It takes 30 energy to run through the dungeon once. There's no balance between money and non-money spenders. Non-money spenders, if you're going to play this for free, it's not worth your time. But you have a good day. I'm going to cut my stream short today. Going to make it just a little bit. I'm going to keep testing. I may go ahead and open up another stream, but this is what I've been thinking about all day, is how unbalanced the game is, how unbalanced it is for those who have more money than the other people. And until they make that balance, I won't take this stream down. I won't take it back. This is going to be up. Thank you very much. Have a good day.